Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy, brought to you by the Gonna Geek Network. Bringing you the latest nerdy news and geekdom, here are the hosts of the show. Anthony.
No pants, all bacon and dick butts.
Naki.
Don't be jealous that my robot penis is bigger than your robot penis.
Chris.
So when Chris doesn't know how to transition to a new topic because he's flustered, he just hits the button on the soundboard.
And sometimes some special guests.
This makes Burt Reynolds blush. As Magneto once said, "Ha ha ha, welcome to die."
If you're a kid and listening, you rock and your parents are awful.
A brand new ATGN starts in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so screw all that regular intro stuff. I got good news, everyone. Tim Tom's back again. So, fuck the regular intro. Naki, you gotta tell us about Tim Tom's return.
So, I know I said last week that Tim Tom was banned again, and he was, but somehow these bans never take. So, you know, and working in a kid room where there's video games, generally we could shove Tim Tom in the video game room, and he leaves kids alone, but unfortunately we were busy that night, and so Tim Tom had a lot of people, like, around him. And one of the little boys, I need to
Which he calls victims.
Yes.
Pretty much.
One of the little boys, I've had him since he was born, but well, I haven't because I've only been there 2 years and he's 4 now. But I do think I name for him.
Tom Tim.
Biscuit. Just call him Biscuit.
We'll call him Mike. You want Biscuit? Okay, we'll call him Biscuit. So Biscuit.
We can't hear you there, Naki.
Oh, sorry. So Biscuit, my foot started itching like super bad. I don't know what that was. Like it was all of a sudden like you need to itch me right now. Anyways, so Biscuit and Tim Tom are in the game room and they're playing the Toy Story game, which is a really cool like little Toy Story 3 game where you could choose to be Buzz or you can play his level, you can play the Woody level, whatever. So anyways, point being, they were playing the Buzz level, which Buzz gets a laser and if you want to annoy each other, you can shoot each other instead of shooting the asteroids that you need to be
Oh, I know where this is going.
So, Tim Tom, being the way that he is shooting Michael instead of shooting the asteroids. And Mike has a history of violence. And
So
like,
he's Viggo Mortensen?
yes. Well, like, we've had... When Mike was little, we used to, like, little, we had to, like, take him out of the maze for punching kids in the face type thing, or, like, throwing balls too hard, or, you know, and his dad and I are pretty close, and I could tell him, like, hey, Mike's acting up again, and he'll take him outside, and then all of a sudden Mike is fine again, so we don't question how it happens, we just, you know, whatever, we've never seen any bruises, and that's all that matters. So, Tim Tom is shooting Mike. Mike is getting more and more frustrated. You can hear the anger in his voice, where it's like cracking, and you know he's gonna start crying soon, or he's gonna punch him in the face.
I'm hoping for option 2.
In the face!
Falcon Punch!
Actually, you are correct. Where
Yes!
Mike, who is 4, is about this big, and Tim Tom, who is 7, is about. He's up to my.
Your hands.
He's up to my boobs. So I mean that doesn't mean much because I'm 5'4".
He's boob height.
Is this our new way of measuring things? We say it's 3/4 the way to Naki's boobs versus all the way to Naki's boobs.
I'm
Chris has 2 Naki boobs.
I'm 5'4" and he's at boob height. So you could figure that out. I think you killed Chris. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Chris is dead. We've killed our producer.
That's a fantastic way of measuring height, though.
Kevin Smith measures everything in Jaws's. We measure everything in Naki boob heights.
Yep. So we're at 1 boob height, and and so Mike turns around, and like I'm watching this because I'm like kind of hoping that Mike kicks his ass because Tim Tom is such an asshole, but he's ruthless. Like he hits people hard. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch Mike punch him, and then I'm gonna run in there and scoop him out because he's like this big and I can pick him up. So and I can protect him. So Mike hit him in the face, as you do.
Did he land a good shot at least?
It was a good
Was
shot.
there blood?
There was no blood, but there was. Tim Tom was taken aback for a second, where he was actually like, "Whoa, this dude is tiny but fierce. I'm gonna wail it."
Tim Tom was probably thinking, "Wait a second, I'm the one that normally dishes out the pain. What is going on?"
Well, before I could get in there to scoop Mike up, Tim Tom retaliated. Like, that whole half second was literally a half a second. And Tim Tom took the controller and whammed it into Mike's eye. I was just like, holy shit! So I'm...
Forward object!
So by that point, I'm in the room. I have Mike in my arms, and I'm just kind of like holding Tim Tom back like this. Like, I felt like a linebacker. Like, I was just like, I have Mike here in this arm, and I've got Tim Tom like held back at arm's length. I'm like, don't you two hit each other. Don't do it. And Tim Tom's crying, and Mike is crying, and I'm like, all right, Mike, you go out by my coworker, and I'm gonna keep Tim Tom in here. Tim Tom's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
You should be like, I don't want you to be here either, asshole.
So I switched him. I kept Mike in the game room, and I took Tim Tom out. Well, Tim Tom at this point is noticeably upset, and I'm like, shit, this is gonna backfire.
I think it's in Naki's job description. She's not allowed to call the kids assholes.
No, they don't like it. So he's in the toy box, and he brings out this rubber duck that's about it's a little bit bigger than my hand, so like half a boob size.
There we go.
And I think I just made Anthony spit out his coffee. Sorry.
Almost.
And he takes it and he walks over to my coworker who's holding a 4-month-old baby.
Oh no.
And whips the duck. Luckily, I'm standing right there, and I just kind of dove bomb in front of him. I'm like, no! Ow! God damn it!
I love it when you take a robot penis to the head.
I do. I take a robot penis to the head more
mushroom
often than
print.
I care about that. In my ear. It's a mushroom print in my ear.
It won't fit, Naki. Stop trying.
So, at that moment, in that juncture, Tim Tom's dad walks in. And I don't say anything anymore. I'm just over it at this point. I let my supervisor handle it because I'm just like, fuck it. Like, there's nothing I could do for this kid. There's literally, like, this kid's just an asshole, and there's literally nothing we can do. And but Tim Tom told him I was in a fight. So then the dad comes. Was he in a fight? I'm like, yeah, he punched a kid in the eye. And he's like, with what? I was like, with a Xbox 360 controller. And he's like, well, we were hoping we didn't have to get banned again. I'm like, well, you're still technically on ban. We just can't turn you away.
Well, see, you made the mistake of saying that, so now he'll be like, ban, I don't give a crap, I'm just coming anyways.
Well, no, I didn't say it out loud. I just
okay,
that
gotcha.
was just that was my inner monologue, and I was like, I can't make that call. It has to be my supervisor. And he goes, well, I'm just not going to bring him back. So we'll see if there's a continuation of Tim Tom. I've seen his dad in the club without Tim Tom, but we might have to lay Tim Tom to rest for now.
So my guess is, though, we've heard he's banned before, and it's never really stuck. So my guess is after Thanksgiving, we're getting a Tim Tom story.
There's a good chance of it. I really hope that everybody's just like on vacation this week, and I don't have to deal with children. But we'll see.
Or the worst part will be they're not on vacation, and they all still want to work out, so they bring all their kids on Thanksgiving break to the gym.
This happens. This does happen.
Oh, I know you got a problem coming.
My guess is that your supervisor sucks at their job. That's my guess.
My supervisor's actually like, I feel really bad for her because she like tries to get things changed, and because we are set so far away from the club, and we're also like it's just an area nobody thinks about because we're a free service to the club, that nothing we ever say gets taken seriously. Like, I'm just like, we need. Oh God damn it, Max.
A kid that violent, should Like, the parents should be given their money back, their membership canceled, and told not to return.
That
'Cause
would be
that's
my
just
thoughts.
ridiculous.
They spend a lot of money, though.
And money
It doesn't
talks.
matter. If their
I
kid
mean-
is violently attacking other children in the daycare every time he's there, how
These
the
are
fuck do you not just cancel their membership and just tell them to
Because-
fuck off?
because they spend over $1,200 a month.
Yeah, that's why.
Jesus Christ.
What?
So
Yeah, see? Money will get you, with enough money, you can get away with anything.
it's true.
Basically, well,
That's what
I mean, they
teaching
pay.
Tom.
I mean, they pay a lot of money between like the monthly fees that they already have to pay is $242 a month. So you got that. So then they also pay for they basically eat all 3 meals there. They also get personal training and tennis lessons and stuff like that. Their average is $1,200 a month. There are some months where they spend more, some where they spend less, but their average is about $1,200 a month. And I'm just like, yeah, I know why they're still here. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah. So before we move off this topic, though, I did have an interesting point brought up in the chat room. We talked about measuring things at Naki boob height. So one Steven Big Papa Johndra in the chat room had said, the flaw is that as you get older, that measurement changes.
Oh no.
They make bras for that, sweetheart.
So we're assuming the measurement takes place with bras in effect then.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The bra
Rarely,
stand.
rarely ever am I in public without a bra on anyways. But, I mean, sports bras do differently than regular push-up bras, or then there's different types of bras. Sports bras, and I am a well-endowed woman. Like, I am above the double D range, okay? So just well-endowed. And a sports bra makes me look flat. So we could just figure it out from there.
And this has been Boob Talk on ATGN with your
Boobage.
host, Naki.
Boobage!
Call the episode 4 Handfuls.
If anybody needs help in learning how to bra, I got you.
So I think I'm going to rename this week's episode. I was going to
Bra
call
class?
it Tim Tom Not So Band. Now it's called Learning About Bras with Naki.
Got you.
Let's do it.
If you need to learn, like, I can measure each of you from right here. It's great. Come on, show it, Willie. Show it. Get all hairy for us.
Wait, are we doing it? Okay.
That boy
And-
take his shirt off for any fucking reason. Dear
And then
God.
YouTube kills my feed.
Where's my beads? Where's my beads?
No, you get a bra. You get a bra now. You look
Okay,
like
we're-
you look
we're
like
gonna-
you might be a 40A.
She's gonna measure up your moobs.
So, all right,
You
we're
want
about
yours too, Anthony?
No thanks,
Oy
I'm
vey.
good.
So we're about, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes into the show, and we haven't even done the introduction. So we've learned a lot about boobs and Tim Tom and privileged white people in gyms, where we have the image of them working out wearing monocles, according to the chat room.
Hey, nobody
Ooh.
said anything about them being white people.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Tim Tom and his family are actually from China.
I was going with the whole white people problems meme. I apologize.
Or
No,
white.
I
there
wanted to
are
go that
other
route.
rich assholes of other races. This is not a white problem.
I
For shame,
apologize.
Chris. You're stereotyping.
I did,
Yep.
and I will take my my shame now. So please, lay it on me.
That's why you're wearing
Give Chris
Shane
all the
flannel.
shame.
Give me all the
Game.
shame.
Game.
So I guess my shame is I got to host this clusterfuck of a show today.
Yep.
Right.
So on that
You
note,
every
everyone,
week.
welcome to episode 186 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, November 22nd, 2015. You've got the full crew here today. You've got Naki.
Hi.
You got one Anthony Bachman.
Yeah.
Special guest extraordinary, one Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Hey.
And then I'm sorry I'm here today.
Chris is always sorry.
I am. I'm very apologetic at the end of this show because I generally say something dumb.
I
In the
appreciate it,
beginning
Chris.
and in the middle.
It's what I'm here to do, man. It's what I'm here to do. But I think we've killed enough time, so let's just roll into the news of the week.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
Yeah, so it's the news of the week, but while this bit is playing, the chat room pops up and all I see is paying money for boob holsters and get distracted. So thanks for that, Naki.
So in the chat room, so we can be, for people who aren't in the chat room, one of our, I'm not looking at the screen. What is happening?
Lee Isla said, I have weird shaped boobs. I just want one that fits.
It's boob talk today on ATGN.
Well,
It is.
okay,
It is
so
straight boob talk in the chat room. You people are missing out if you're watching live and not in the chat room. It is straight boob talk.
So Ken says his wife is a bra fitter at, I think it's Von Mar, I think is what he said. It scrolled up on me. And the positive side for that is that, you know, she gets to take home free bras every now and then. And then he notated that bras are expensive, and I'm like, bras are expensive as fuck. It's stupid. It's a necessity. Why am I paying $80 for a boob holster? And I have feelings about this.
Isn't the rule for women's clothing like the smaller it is and the less it is, the more expensive it is?
It never has pockets, okay? Like, so it's a conspiracy, and I'm a firm believer in the conspiracy that women aren't given pockets in their clothing because they want to sell more handbags.
I agree with you on this, actually. Or because they want to make their significant others carry all their shit around for them.
No, they don't make money off of that. They make money off of handbags.
No, but they inconvenience me, and it's got to be an act of spite to inconvenience me in such a shape.
I don't know. I don't think I've asked Keith to hold a whole lot for me.
So
There
congratulations,
are some
Keith.
women now, though, that just put everything in their bra.
That's what I'm saying. I've dated
But
some
boob money-
well-endowed women. They pack stuff in there.
But
How's
there's-
that comfortable?
Mhm.
It's not okay. So first off, that's not comfortable. But secondly, like, then you get sweaty money, and that's just nasty to hand to somebody. Like, here you go. It's of my boob sweat. Like, it's gross.
I kind of want
worked
to
in-
take. I kind of want to take that and put that in the intro now.
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Boobs, what?
I worked as a cashier. It is a little awkward.
It's disgusting. I've
So-
had people give me boob sweat money, and I'm like, I don't want to touch that. Like, that was in your boobs, and it's wet. Ew.
So, screw news of the week. I'm going to start Don't Get Me Started, and the topic for Naki is boob sweat.
I thought the topic for Naki was bras.
I mean, boob sweat in general is pretty
One-
nasty, but, like, if you're well endowed like me, and a lot of people, I learned this trick from other well endowed women.
Wait, hold on. I think you need this.
Warning! Warning!
You are now entering Super Dick Mode.
There you go. You're on mute. I think you hit the mute button on the mic.
Whoops.
There we go.
I got so animated, I muted myself. I am the best podcaster
This
ever.
is fantastic. We are so off the rails, and I don't give two shits.
I was gonna say, Chris, you're the producer here. You're supposed to bring me back.
I can't stop. I can't stop the crazy train once it starts going. I just
That's
go
true.
with it until I
That's
can
true.
stop. Until I
am
can
the
redirect
crazy
it.
train. So okay, so here's the thing, and I learned this from other well-endowed ladies. And ladies, feel free to use this all you want. Get the spray-on deodorant. It's like $2. It's the cheapest shit, but spray it underneath your boobs. Helps so much. Like, not only with the sweating, but like everything. Like, it doesn't ride as much. Like, and I had to share this with one of my coworkers because she was asking me where I get my bras from because I have really nice bras. And barenecessities.com, we are not sponsored, but I love it. Anyways, I got 4 bras for $30. It was amazing. Anyways, if you spray your underboob with antiperspirant, so like I use the Suave spray on. This also works with the roll-on stuff, but you tend to leave white marks then, and it's yucky. So if you don't want to leave white marks, I recommend the spray. You could also spray in between your legs for the thigh chub rub. Nobody wants that. And it keeps things from chafing. It actually, like, you know, it helps with the perspirance issues. And ladies, I watch out for you. I got you. It helps, okay? Because it's a problem. Underboob is a problem. Underboob sweat is a huge problem, especially like with working out or if it's summer months. I mean, right now it's 5 degrees outside, so it's not really a problem per se there. But it also keeps your bra from riding up on you. So like if you have the issue that I do and your bra kind of rides up your back, spray a little antiperspirant on it or hairspray. But I prefer the antiperspirant. It smells better. And that's just been more boob talk. Boys, I hope you learned something.
So
Help your girlfriends out.
I just wrote part of the show notes, part of the intro for the episode description. What we've got so far is Naki teaches the boys all about boobs this week.
I'm just saying, this works for dudes too. And I had to teach this to a couple of dudes who I know who are a little more heavy set. Get the male antiperspirant spray, because I'm sure you don't want to smell like flowers, or you do, I don't care. I have no judgment here, smell however you want, but get yourself some antiperspirant spray. If you get the thigh chub rub or some monkey butt going on, it works. Just spray your butt.
What's the difference between monkey butt and swamp ass?
It's about the same.
Okay.
The only difference is, like, swamp ass tends to happen from sitting down. Monkey butt is walking so much in the heat type thing.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if you get the monkey butt or the swamp ass or whatever, spray your butt with some antiperspirant. Yeah, it'll help you out a little bit. Also, it helps with the chub rub or the dick rub, whatever you want to call it. I mean, some dudes prefer calling it the dick rub, but it'll help with the chafing.
I've learned so much this week.
Chafing during
I
the
am helping here. I just want to help you be more comfortable.
This is fantastic. If we don't win podcast awards for this episode, the whole system is fixed.
We should call this episode "Naki teaches you about your chub."
But SEO is better with the word boob in it.
True. But you could call it the chubby chaser or something. I don't know.
Your chub.
Everything is better with boob in it.
That's true. Boob chub. Dick chub.
Ooh.
All chub.
Boob chub.
I'm going to rename the show for the 4th time so far because it keeps getting better all the time. It is now called Boob Chub.
Boob chub.
I mean, I'm a big lady, so I mean, I get it. I call it boob chub.
Boob
whatever.
Chub.
It sounds like Ewok talk. Boob chub.
Yup nub.
Yep, nub. Boob chub.
Are we going to go fight the Empire now with sticks and stones and win?
No, with boobs.
Damn right.
And with boobs?
It's a good first date when you get a yub nub on some boob chub.
So I'm glad we talked about Star Wars because that gets me back to News of the Week real quick because here's my News of the Week. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, broke records for the first day ticket sales. They've already sold $50 million worth of tickets. The previous record was $25 million by The Dark Knight Rises. So there's an idea of just how excited people are about this movie.
Well, they said didn't on the pre-sale day when everything went live, it did 10 times the amount of ticket sales for Mockingbird Part 2.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
Mockingjay Part 2 was the leader for pre-sales. And the first day Star Wars had 10 times the amount of sales. Like, it's insane.
They've also broken the IMAX record. They pre-sold $9 million worth of tickets, doubling the previous best as well. So Star Wars, kind of a big deal. And right now, so estimates are from all the experts out there, it's on track to open at $225 million opening weekend, which puts it ahead of Jurassic World at $208 and Avengers at $207 million.
Yeah, I believe it's going to stomp them all.
So the question I have for you guys is...
The hype train is in effect.
The question I have for you guys is, there's a little bet going on the Gonna Geek Network. We got to figure out what the opening weekend box office take will be. What do you guys think?
I think I already said it, and then I forgot my number, and I was going to go back and look, and then I forgot.
Yeah, that's the spot I'm into.
Yeah, I went back and checked my notes, but I couldn't find what episode we did the Star Wars bet on, because I know we did it a while ago, and we all picked a dollar amount.
I don't think anyone remembers, though. That's the problem. Yeah. That's why I bring it up here.
I mean, I could easily see it grossing, about... What was opening weekend for Jurassic World?
$208 million was opening weekend for Jurassic World. Bear in mind, 50 mil is already done.
I was gonna say we're already at 50 million.
Yep.
So I'm guessing we're gonna hit the 600 million.
Opening weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm going
domestic?
High. I'm going high.
Yeah, we're talking opening weekend domestic. So Naki's in at 600 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm going high.
3 times the ticket sales of Jurassic World.
I know.
You are definitely going high. Wow.
I'm going.
Are you high right now?
No. I had a lot of chocolate already.
She might be.
The thought is that I already know. Basically, everybody in my friend groups are already seeing it multiple times in that opening weekend. So I'm going banking not on just initial, but I'm going banking on the people seeing it multiple times.
So you're banking on a good 50% of the audience going out to go see it 2 or 3 times that weekend.
Yeah.
That's a ballsy pick.
I'm going balls to the wall because it's the only way you can do it.
All right.
Exactly.
So
Fair
what are the
enough.
what other predictions do we have here, guys? So we can get these bets in, and I'll post them.
I think my original was 212, and I thought that was going high, but I think I'm actually going to bump that up now. I'm going to say 248 million opening weekend.
248. All right, Willie, what are you thinking?
Let's see. Opening weekend. Let's go with let's go 269.
269.
He just likes saying 69.
That's what I was expecting.
How'd you know? Get out of my head.
Is wholesome addiction still a thing? Because I feel like Willie would do great on wholesome addiction.
It's still a thing as far as I know. So I've got to come up with mine. I was going to say 262, but that's a little too close to Willie's. So I'm still going 262 for opening weekend.
I'm going high as fuck.
Yeah, you're going high as hell. And the reason I bring this up is because this week on the Gonna Geek podcast, we're going to run down everyone's predictions and get everything set in stone so that we'll know who is right and who is wrong. And if Naki's right, kudos to you. But I hope... Man, that's ridiculous.
You should hope that I'm right. No, actually, you know
hope
what?
she's right.
Bring it down for me. Bring it down to 400.
400?
Yeah.
You stepping down?
Down.
You realized about how crazy your number was?
No, it's not even that. I'm thinking, okay, I know that people aren't seeing Jurassic World multiple times in the same weekend, but they did go see it multiple times, I'm sure. Or some people did. I didn't. I saw it once, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. Anyways,
Yeah,
so...
it still only gives you 4 days across 4,800 theaters. To do 600 million, that's a lot.
I'll drop it to 400, but in my heart, I still say 600.
Her official bet is 4, in her heart it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, no movie has done 300 million domestically on an opening weekend yet.
But this is Star Wars.
That's a third of $1 billion. Star Wars might be the first one to do it, but dear God, that's a lot of money.
I mean, that's the thing that I'm using as my hedge is that it's Star Wars, and my news of the week actually ties right into it. So but I'll let Chris lead me in because that's
go for it.
Segue. My news of the week is that back in the LA Auto Show, and my Blue Beetle might have to get an upgrade now. Is a Star Wars Stormtrooper themed Fiat 500 rolled in. And, hang on, I'm gonna screen share here. Give me 1 second, por favor.
Hey.
Oh, and real quick, Keith has bet $1 in the chat.
Come on down!
He's totally
Keith's
Price is
going
Righting
low.
us. I don't think the Price is Right
I'll
rules
bet-
apply here, though.
Oh,
so.
man. There
Yeah,
was
I
an
saw somebody posted
amazing...
on Good Geek that you can't do Prices Right rules. You can't $1 somebody else's bid.
So,
But technically, he's not $1 somebody else's bid. He's just saying that everybody else is going to overbid. So I think that would be okay.
I mean, it's something amazing. I was watching Price is Right the other day, and this one girl bet $1, and then the next girl bet $2. I was like, oh, shit! The $1 girl won, though. It was amazing.
What?
Wait, what?
How does the $1 girl win?
I don't know. I don't
What
understand.
the fuck were they selling to the Prices Right that actually cost $1?
I don't. It was,
They're like, yes,
it
we
was,
got this brand new car from the dollar store.
It was like $1.50. I don't
Official
even.
price 99 cents.
It was like the cheapest thing I've ever seen on The Price is Right. So everybody was betting pretty low, and like this girl bet $1 and the other girl bet $2, and it was $1.50. I was like, holy shit! How pissed
That's
off is that
insane.
$2 girl right now?
Well, how pissed was the $1 girl at first, thinking, you fucking $1 my $1 bet?
Right.
You bitch! And then she wins. She's like, ah! You couldn't bet $1.50.
All right. So, anyways, here's my Star Wars Stormtrooper themed Fiat 500e. And you can see here in the promo, like they've got it looks so cool.
It does, really.
The hatch has a Stormtrooper face on it. You know, the hubs even have Stormtrooper faces on it. It looks like a Stormtrooper car. I don't know how you'd be able to see out of it, but
It's got to be that see-through paint.
Yeah, it's
like
that
when they
one-way
do-
film or whatever.
Yeah,
But the
one-way
thing
film.
is that this is actually a higher car than what I have because I've got the Pop. The 500e is a little bit more. It just has higher end stuff in it, like it's got Bose speakers and shit like that. But
And
anyways.
you get a discount on your insurance because it can't hit anything.
Yeah, you're going to
Basically.
miss everything.
Here's the inside of the car. All right, this is amazing to me.
That's
Oh wow!
that would stain so fast though.
It would stain the fast. It would be the fastest, dirtiest car you've ever owned. But holy shit, look at this thing! It looks so cool.
I could never fit in that thing.
It
It is way too small.
No, Willie, I have one. Okay, it is bigger on the inside, and that's not me being like TARDIS-y or whatever. Like it's. My brother is 6'4", and he's over 200 pounds, and he fit in it, and he got in, and he's like, "That's actually pretty comfortable." He sat in the back seat, and it was comfortable. Okay, this thing is big on the inside.
I mean, I can fit in a couple of spots.
Are we doing that anymore?
No.
I mean, I have sat in the back of a Trans Am. It is not fun, but it is doable.
I mean, he wasn't like I wouldn't put him back there for like 6 hours or whatever, but we drove, a half hour, and he was fine. Like his legs didn't hurt him or nothing. So, I mean, it's comfortable on the inside. Boyfriend's regularly in it too, and you could ask him. And I think he's 6 even. But you could ask him though. I don't actually know how tall he is. I just know he's taller than me, which doesn't say much because everybody in their fucking uncle is taller than me.
It's awesome being tall.
I went to the doctor this week and got measured, and they're like, "Yeah, you're 5'4". I'm like, "God damn it!"
Ha ha.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm sad.
No,
My favorite
I'm
thing-
exactly like a foot shorter than like most of you.
Yeah. My favorite thing is to give short people high fives.
Oh.
You know what? You know what us short people do then? We climb up you like a fucking spider monkey. God damn it.
Mostly I get kicked.
Yes, I will kick in the groin. I'm not afraid.
Oh, I expect it now when I do that. I'm like, no.
He wears a cup all the time.
Smart move.
Must make for some uncomfortable peeing.
He drilled a hole so it just drains out.
Oh,
He just pees and it drains out of the cup.
messy.
And then he jumps up and down a few times to make sure it's all out. See? Protection.
Grody.
Yeah,
so
watch out for the short people.
Exactly. What do you got for us, Anthony?
They're tiny but fierce.
I have a DC movie news. So we have rumors and we have
that means I can
official
go to
shit.
sleep then.
I was gonna say, does that mean it sucked?
Damn.
Especially after this week's Arrow.
But there's some good stuff in here. We got, sadly, Del Toro has left Justice League Dark, and they're looking for a new director. But the good news is the rumors of who they're looking for the cast. This will guarantee this would be the first DC movie I want to see opening day. Because they're talking about trying to get Ron Perlman as Swamp Thing, and then going after Colin Farrell or Ewan McGregor as Constantine. Because they talked in the article about how the fans may want Matt Ryan, but we know they're not going to cross the movies with the TV shows, so it's not possible.
Yeah, but
Apparently the two rumored actors... What, Naki?
I love Ewan McGregor. Don't get me wrong. He's not snarky enough. And I've seen him in almost and maybe from Train Spotting, but that was when he was much younger. But he's just, to me, he doesn't embody the snark. Matt Ryan embodies that snark like no other.
See, and I think Colin Farrell could. And see, that's the cool thing is in the article it says that they're talking to Colin Farrell and Ewan McGregor about the role of Constantine, and then with whoever doesn't get it, the other one will be offered Jason Blood and play the human host for the Demon Etrigan. I think Ewan McGregor would be fucking awesome as Jason Blood because he could do the kind of, the downtrodden dude that hates what he did in the past, be connected to the demon. I think that could play very well. And just, they're both great actors. And come on, I mean, Colin Farrell, even for the people who hate the Daredevil movie, his version of Bullseye was fantastic.
Yes.
I would love to see his take on Constantine. It'd be really weird to see him blonde and not, suck like the Alexander the Great movie.
Oh, Jesus.
My favorite thing that Colin Farrell ever did was when he was on Scrubs.
That was pretty
I
good.
never saw any of those episodes. I like him in the SWAT movie with Samuel L. Jackson.
He was only on once, but it was a good episode. But any episode of Scrubs is good.
Hawkeye.
You made me think of Scrubs, which then makes me go, every time I see Tom Cavanaugh on Flash, I just want to
I
be like,
know!
hey, little brother.
Hey, little brother.
I love him on Flash.
There was an
But yeah,
internet,
so
there was an internet meme I'd seen on him, and it says, "Meanwhile on Earth 3," and it's a picture of Tom Cavanaugh in the bathtub when he's mourning and scrubs with a beer in his hand. I'm like, that's fantastic.
nice.
Everybody
so,
who's not seen Scrubs, do it. Just it's all on Netflix or Hulu. I don't know if they're both on there, but just do it. Don't watch the last
I'll
season.
watch it at
doesn't
some
count.
point.
Holy shit!
There's
that
too many
show is
shows.
amazing.
There's too many shows.
Scrubs is the show that makes you laugh and cry in the same episode.
But yeah, so that's all the stuff for Justice League Dark, which is all rumors. But the official news is Warner Brothers finally put out the press release announcing the official cast for Wonder Woman, and that the principal photography is actually underway finally. Apparently, Gal Gadot actually tweeted, "Almost 75 years in the making, Wonder Woman is underway," and released the first image of her in basically the Wonder Woman part of the armor. We can see, you know, the headband and some of the bracers, and then she's just got like a cloak pulled over her, which she looks badass in all these Wonder Woman shots. And then we got Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, which we already knew, and then they listed a bunch of names that apparently we don't have names for what character they're playing yet. But we have Robin Wright from House of Cards, Danny Houston from Clash of the Titans, David Thewlis from the Harry Potter films, Ewan Bremner, who that guy I don't think I know, a couple other names. But yeah, like the cast looks good. All the shots of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman looking just great. I'm excited to see that movie. It's going to be awesome.
Nope. I don't.
We're finally getting a Wonder Woman.
I know, and that's the thing that bothers me, and this is the thing that I've talked about this in the past with like the Superman Batman movie not exciting me. I don't care, and that's the thing that bothers me is that I don't care, and I think it's because all of their movies are dark and gritty and they're stupid. Like I don't enjoy Man of Steel because it's dark and gritty and he should be bright and
full
colorful.
title: Man of Steel, Collateral Damage.
Thank you. And you know, I don't care about Batman. I'm so over the dark and gritty, and that's not saying anything for Jessica Jones, which I'm sure we've got to talk about later. What I want from DC is to embrace who they are, which is Superman should be bright and colorful. Wonder Woman should be bright and colorful.
Then watch Supergirl, because it's the only one that they've gotten right.
I haven't watched it yet. I honestly, I'm going to go back. The thing is that I don't have time. I'm barely getting through the 2 shows that I do watch regularly. And
at least watch the first 3, because there's a lot of changeover from the pilot to when they kind of get the footing for the show. But yeah, Supergirl is the bright, shiny, blue beacon of hope, the way the fucking Superman movies should be. Mark Berlanti, I think it's Berlanti, the guy that does basically all the good DC TV shows. Him running that show, they've made sure that Supergirl is great. I'm still not a huge fan of what's her name, Callista Flockhart. Just, she bugs me. But everybody else on that show is fantastic. Yeah, she looks like an insect. She's like a praying mantis in human form. I don't know. There's something weird about that chick.
The thing is that I want to get excited for these shows or these movies because holy shit, we're getting a Wonder Woman movie. But they have done nothing yet to prove to me that's worth watching. And I'm hoping that maybe Man of whatever BV whatever
Batman 5 Superman.
That one, thank you. That comes out, maybe it'll be good, and I hope that it is in the sense that maybe I'll get excited for Wonder Woman, but I can't physically get excited for this stuff until I see that they actually, first off, they got to treat the character right, because if they make Wonder Woman weak, I will seriously go into DC offices and start punching each of their babies. Like, that's just how it's gonna happen.
In the preview, we do see a fight sequence where, like, she's being blasted through buildings, and I think the reason that they're not showing who she's fighting is that it might be Arthur Curry, because I think we might be getting a throwdown between Aquaman and Wonder Woman, but I think she's going to be a badass in that film. All I can hope is that the big problem with Superman Returns was everybody complaining he didn't fight. There were no actual fights. It was Lex Luthor stabbed him, and he lifted a continent of kryptonite and chucked it into the sun. And so Zack Snyder's answer to that was Man of Steel Collateral Damage, where it was just fucking fight scene after fight scene, and it was action-packed, and for that part of it, it was awesome. Now, he was emo Superman, and he'd been Superman for 5 minutes, so there were lots of problems, but it was, an answer to Superman Returns. If Zack Snyder listens to the crowd and actually does a change again like that, and in the new movie, we see Batman being the dark brooding character, and Superman work his way towards actually being like the beacon of light, the beacon of hope that he's supposed to be. I mean, if we see that kind of transition, I think it's possible that Zack Snyder could save that character's franchise. It's possible.
If they want to do a really good Wonder Woman kicking people's asses dark story, if they're going to go the dark story route, this one right here, Justice League, League of One, is an amazing story of Wonder Woman kicking all the Justice Leaguers' asses to go fight a fucking dragon. All right?
Nice.
Like, this story is one of my favorite stories that DC ever did. It is amazing. There's a whole scene where, hang on, she does exactly what Lex Luthor did.
She shaves her head and puts on a green power suit?
She kicks Superman's ass and tosses him into the sun. Alright? She then...
We know that would make him more powerful, right?
Well, no, 'cause prior to that, she kicks all of their asses and tosses them into capsules into the sun. Okay?
Nice.
Like...
I'm just saying, it would kill everybody else, but it would make Soup stronger.
Well, she tossed Soups into the sun so he would go and save everybody else.
Ah.
But this is... Because she didn't actually want to kill him, but she wanted them away so she can go kill this fucking dragon.
Who wrote that, Naki?
Christopher Moeller.
He's good.
And so, like, here, even on the back cover, you can see all of the Justice Leaguers' asses kicked. All right.
I don't know. I just with the cast they've announced, I'm more excited for Wonder Woman now than I was before. So I'm hoping that Gal Gadot is going to kick ass because she kicked ass in what little bit she had in the the Fast and Furious movies. But I don't know. I think she'll be good.
I mean, the thing
I'm excited to see it.
The woman is an Israeli, like, isn't she like an Israeli army man? Like, come on now.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, Israeli. What is it called? But yeah, she did time in the military. She is an actual official badass.
I mean, the thing is that, like, DC has a long history of mistreating their women, and that's why I'm wary of Wonder Woman movie, because I'm wary of seeing my hero, my first woman superhero that I got into, being treated like shit.
Now, it's all the fault of whichever executive told Joss Whedon that he couldn't do a Wonder Woman movie at DC, and so he went and did the Avengers instead. Someone got fired over that one!
You know?
You would hope.
But,
know somebody got canned.
The thing is that, like, after this week's Arrow, I have many thoughts on this week's Arrow, and none of them are good. I mean, I'm hoping for the best. But I don't expect the best. I expect subpar trying to be Marvel. Shit.
But
anyways,
dark.
I think we've actually put Chris to sleep now.
So talking about DC movies, I care so little. I figured I'd just take a nap.
Go back. We're going back to it.
We always get shit for bashing DC, but like I'm kind of excited now because I think I'm trying to look at the positive parts of it. I think it could be good.
I'm so sleepy.
And I enjoyed it, so screw y'all.
I don't.
I'm looking forward to Batman v Superman. Get your fives out of here.
So in
5.
In the
Get your
chat
fives
room,
out of here.
in the chat room, Drasman says Naki I will get certified as a child care worker. She'll get DC Warner Brothers to pass maternity and paternity leave. She will create the best child care program at DC. When amazing DC Warner Brother babies come, she will punch all the babies.
I could see it.
Naki baby puncher.
You took it from me.
Gotta be quick, motherfucker.
Kent says they won't actually mistreat Wonder Woman, but any minor characters will be shit on. I could see that happening.
They won't shit on Steve Trevor, not with Chris Pine playing him.
Well,
not
no,
what they're gonna pay Chris Pine.
He's the Wonder Boy over there. But
oh god, it's all this DC talk. I'm getting sleepy again.
I know. We should talk about something good like Jessica Jones.
So why don't we do that? And before we do that, I saw something really cool on Twitter. I will screen share this with you guys who are watching the podcast, but there are Google Maps reviews for Alias Investigations. that have
Nice.
been actually populated. And if you see the first one, it's Daniel Rand who has reviewed Alias Investigations.
That is fucking awesome. For anybody that doesn't know, Danny Rand is Iron Fist, Power Man's buddy.
Yeah.
Who is Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
So you can go to
Rudy
Google
A-
Maps and you can look up Alias Investigations and get some reviews.
Rudy A says, a nice British man recommended me to this place. The investigator was rude and crass and was either drunk or hungover each time I spoke with her, but she got the job done. Beware that she charges sleep price.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining when I saw that on Twitter, so I wanted to share that now. You guys feel free to let us know what you think about Jessica Jones. I will say we should probably follow our normal path of things. The first week something's come out, we don't spoil it, and selfishly I say that because I haven't seen any of it yet. So please do not spoil Jessica Jones, but let us know what you think of it.
I'm 6 episodes in. I don't know where everybody else is.
I'll go last because I've seen all of it.
9 or 10.
Okay. So I had to take a break, and this is PSA for those of you who suffer from depression disorders like I do. I have bipolar disorder. I'm not shy about it. I talk about it all the time. It started to send me into a depression cycle because I sat and I don't know if it's because I was sitting all day watching this dark show or if it was because I was just sitting around not doing anything. Either or, I'm one of those people that has to be doing something and I shouldn't have just sat and watched this show. But it's well put together. The character of Jessica Jones is, I mean, this isn't any spoiler or anything. It's obviously going through some shit. All right, and it's the way that they handled it was far better than what I could have hoped for. The Jessica Jones origin story from the comics is very, very rape-filled. Very, very rape-filled. And I was really worried that we were just going to see that, and I was like, no.
Kent says in the chat room right now, trigger warning, everything in Jessica Jones.
Basically, the show gets really brutal to watch. But it's good. It's a good brutal. And you are still rooting for her, even though she's this cocky asshole, you're still rooting for her. Because you get why she's a cocky asshole. I mean, you get it. Okay, that's my stuff.
I haven't seen it yet. Anthony, Willie, what do you guys think?
Go ahead, Willie.
I still need to see the rest of it because I don't know what to say without giving away any kind of spoilers or anything about stuff I don't know and stuff I do know. So I'm still waiting to see those last, I think, 4 or 3 episodes.
Awesome. So, Anthony, what do you got on it?
It's really good. The whole series is very well written. It is very dark. It is the most adult thing Marvel has done so far.
So much sexy time.
The way what
I said so much sexy time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sweet Christmas. that was my favorite fucking thing. That I will spoil. We do get the catchphrase, which is one of the best parts of the fucking show is when Luke Cage says "Sweet Christmas." But they answered a lot of my questions about what they're going to do with Luke and what period of the storyline he's in. You get those answers in this series. About the only thing you don't really get for the whole Heroes for Hire universe and the whole setup is you don't get a mention of Danny Rand. But other than that, yeah, they do the Jessica Jones origin very well while keeping it, something you still want to watch, even though there is some awful shit in it. I believe some people will hate David Tennant after they watch this show because he does the Purple Man almost perfect.
Twitter was melting down when I looked last night about it. I was like, oh my god, he's basically pulling off Doctor Who as the Purple Man. You've ruined Doctor Who for me and all this other stuff.
He is fucking great and he is brutal. But, it's just, yeah, there's so much good stuff. They cover, almost everything from the comic. And then it's one of those things where, yeah, it's really dark. It's full of violence. The only thing that I find that might throw some people off is that literally by the time when I finished Daredevil, because both shows are basically a 13-hour movie that is a mid-origin story. So you're not getting the actual origin. You're getting basically the turning into a hero story for each character, as Daredevil went from the black suit into the big suit, and then Jessica Jones goes through basically one big detective story over the season. But it's the only problem that I see is that it's a great detective story, but the moment I was done with Daredevil, I wanted to watch it again. And the moment you're done with Jessica Jones, I wanted to go watch something stupid and take a fucking break.
You need a palate cleanser.
It is tiring. It is tough. Like, I went in the middle of the day and went and saw... Friday, I watched 6 or 7 episodes and went and saw Mockingjay. And then came home that night and watched episodes up to 11. And then got up Saturday morning and watched 12 and 13 and finished it. And after that, I went and watched Snow White and the Huntsman. I needed something stupid and easy to watch. Because, yeah, it's taxing on the system, but it's a fucking great show. And I'm super excited to see where they go forward with it, because, damn, it's good. It is really good. I'm trying to decide, it might be better than Daredevil if you're a big fan of detective stories. If you're a bigger fan of just straight-up superhero stuff, I think it falls just below Daredevil on being one of the best things that Marvel's done. It is very, very well done.
So far, from what I've seen, at least, in contrast to what I've been saying about Supergirl, they never mention, oh, you can do this, but you're a girl, the Jessica Jones, have they? She just is.
They never say anything about her being female, which is, to me, is wonderful. In the chat room, Boogity Boo has said, Boogity Boo Tennant was my doctor, too. If you've never seen David Tennant be creepy, or do other things other than Doctor Who, I highly recommend looking up his YouTube for Hamlet, and he's done a lot of Shakespearean stuff. I would recommend watching those things. He was in Fright Night as an asshole. He was a really good asshole in it.
He was great in the remake of Fright Night.
I mean, he's done a lot of other stuff. He's done a couple of like romantic comedies that I've tempted to watch, but I don't like romantic comedies, so I was like, no. But
so Boogity Boo had also said Jessica Jones is draining. I tried to marathon and failed. Had to go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Kent said his cleanser for Jessica Jones was sleep.
Yeah, I had to. So I watched Jessica Jones I watched 4 episodes straight. I watched 1 episode at night, the first episode the night it came out, and then I watched 4 episodes straight yesterday. And then I had to go watch the Game Grumps because I'm like, if I keep watching this, I am just going to be the meanest person for the rest of the day because I'm going to be so fucking paranoid about something or other going on. And I had to. I can't marathon it. See, like Boyfriend, he marathoned the whole thing. He's done. He's already watched the whole thing. He started at like 5 in the morning and he finished it. And I was like, good for you. If I do that, I am going to be so mad all day. So I've watched 1 episode this morning. I might go back and watch 1 or 2 more, but I'm definitely not going to finish this series this weekend. It's too taxing on my system. It's a really, really fucking good show if it's that taxing on me. But it's really, really good.
My hope is to do a couple episodes a day right now, just because I've heard you need to break it up, and I kind of want to make it last. That's the thing, is I'm not going to get any more Marvel TV shows on Netflix for a while. I mean, I'll have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and things like that, but at the same time, I also really want to watch, I want to plug this real quick, The Man in the High Castle premiered on Amazon Prime, if you're a Prime subscriber. It is based off a Philip K. Dick book. It's an alternate history of the world in which the Axis powers won World War II, with the U.S. then being partitioned into 3 parts. The Japanese puppet state, the Pacific States of America, which is everything west of the Rockies, a Nazi puppet state in the eastern half of the former United States, and a neutral zone called the Rocky Mountain States. I'm super intrigued. I love these alt-world history tales. This takes place in the 60s in this alternate America. That is on my list to go and watch too. It's only 10 episodes as well, so I can get this knocked out, hopefully fairly quickly. That's what I'd had for other suggestions. So, Jessica Jones, everyone should make sure they go watch it. That's the main takeaway.
If you want other suggestions, Master of None, the Aziz Ansari show, is very well done.
I have it in my queue, and since I just finished watching Wet Hot American Summer First Day at Camp, that'll be what I watch when I cook dinner in the kitchen now.
I watch it sporadically. I don't sit and I don't feel the need to marathon it, but I am enjoying what I've seen of it so far.
So, looking at the time, we do need to start wrapping things up, but before we do that, I did want to mention that ATGN is part of a network, the Gonna Geek Network. There's a ton of other shows. Yeah, somehow we got in, I don't know how. Someone must like us. But there's a ton of other shows you should go check out. I wanted to mention episode 45 of the Audibly Exquisite podcast. They're one of our newer members of the network. On this week's show, the crew discusses Disney's decision to retire Slave Leia merchandise, the first pictures of Benedict Cumberbatch on set of Doctor Strange, and finally the first Star Wars TV commercial. So go check it out, hear what those guys have got to say about it. It's a new show. Give them some hits.
Yeah.
We were going to play Clever Cosplay this week, but we went off the rails talking about Boob Chub and things like that. So
My bad. Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's podcast gold as far as I'm concerned. So
Boob Chub.
Yeah. Never apologize for boobs.
We will
Never.
We'll roll Clever Cosplay into next week's episode of ATGN. So make sure you're here for it because it's more fun to watch it live and participate in the descriptions of some of these.
So since I brought the boob, isn't Willie supposed to bring the clam?
Wait, what?
Well, I thought Willie was going to be the new Naki, since I'm apparently not going to be here anymore or something. I don't know. I didn't claim that. But, I mean, the role of Naki brings boob and clam. I brought the boob this week.
All right, there's a problem here. You see that down there, right? No one more lazy. I would have to stand up and tuck in to bring you that clam.
I don't want to see Willie tuck either. I'll be honest. The last thing I need is Willie to stand up and tuck.
No, be pre-tucked.
I feel like it'd be hairy.
So it'd be a bearded clam?
A 70s bush clam.
Hey, now, I always tell this to everybody. You see this, you see this. Wouldn't it not look weird if I just had a bald spot right there?
That is true.
You know?
I will give it to you.
That's a good way to justify the lazy.
Well,
I trim.
Wow. We're learning way too much about people in this week's episode, aren't we?
Yep.
So
No, there's never too much.
We're 56.5 minutes in. Let's start wrapping things up with what I'm into, and that's our chance for us, the hosts of the show, to share with our audience what we've been getting into, what we're planning on getting into, and maybe converting you to doing those. And I'll go first because I already mentioned it. I finished Wet Hot American Summer first day of camp. It's super effing weird, but I kind of like it. I don't have any better way to describe it. It's just completely ridiculous, just like the movie is. But it's a fun ride. Now, am I going to go back and rewatch it? Probably not. It's a one-timer. And then I need to get caught up on my TV because I still have 2 weeks of Supergirl, 4 weeks of Blind Spot, and Heroes to watch.
Oh, you're back! You're back on the Heroes bus.
It's actually pretty good this season. I don't know if anyone else is watching it.
It's season 1. It's season 1.
Hero's great in it.
Hero was awesome, and I don't know what happens this week, though. I can't wait to find out. It's been surprisingly good.
It's season 1. It's just after season 1 is it a problem?
No, it's season 1.5. The first half of season 2 was actually pretty good.
I don't foresee another writer's strike happening.
I hope not.
As far as you know.
I hope not. But that's what I've been getting into. I'm going to toss it to Willie D. Nelson next. What have you been getting into? I'm pretty sure I know Star Wars Battlefront?
You know it. And here's a little caveat, since I am the PlayStation fanboy on here, since blah, 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 blah. But,
I'm poor.
I don't care. PlayStation puts me to sleep just like DC superhero movies.
I'm poor. I can't afford a PlayStation. I've got a computer, shit.
Oh, don't worry, because here's a little factoid for you. Apparently more people have been playing Battlefront on PS4 than Xbox One and PC combined. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but...
So it's a lie.
How dare you?
Well, I mean, they came from the internet, so pretty much anything can be a lie if it came from the internet.
And pretty much, some fun news happened at work. Apparently my manager retired with no notice. So, yay!
Nice.
Are you a manager now? So what we're saying is Willie D, the manager.
Oh, no. I should not be in charge of anything.
So why, Willie? You seem so responsible.
Not even of my own life.
You seem so responsible.
That's pretty honest.
He don't run nothing.
Well then, enjoy your battlefronting. I'm sure you'll be battlefronting with one Anthony Bachman in addition to all the other things he's getting into.
Yep.
That's a toss-over.
That's
a segue.
That's your cue, Anthony.
That was a bad one, Chris.
What are you talking about? I set you up perfectly.
That's an amazing one.
Nope, that's his worst one ever. Yeah, there will be mad battlefronting because I got my wicked fucking Darth Vader controller. I got my Darth Vader PS4. It's been the Battlefront, and then yesterday my roommate picked up Batman 3 Lego, which is honestly just fucking. It should just be called DC Universe Lego, because within the first half hour you're playing as Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter. It's just crazy. You're up shooting, Joker's attack spaceships as you try to fight your way into the Justice League Watchtower that the Legion of Doom has taken over. It's fucking great. It's a Lego game. It's Batman. It's probably going to be the funnest thing ever.
It's Batman, so they're going to obviously put that in the front.
Yes, because it's awesome. It's Batman.
It's basically just Lego DC Universe.
It is. It is really just Lego DC Universe. There's I think it's 160 some odd characters you eventually get to play with. So yeah, it's Lego DC, but they're going to sell more copies of it by calling it Lego Batman. So that is smart marketing. But yeah, played a little bit of that last night. Got my nice vertical stand, so my Darth Vader head now shows well on my PS4. Got started in Battlefront, and then yeah, we're gonna be cracking out later today. Me, Willie, and the roommate, because we all have it, and it's gonna be awesome. Got me a stack of comics. I picked up the $1 version of the new Thor, and saw the downfall of Thor and the return of Odin. And all the craziness that started with the start of the new female Thor, which was a really good book for the $1 one. I think I might pick up the first trade now, just to kind of get caught up on that. Kanan from Star Wars still going, still a fun book, just retelling the story of the main character from Rebels. Spider-Man 2099. Peter David is an asshole and just keeps ruining Mikael O'Hara's life. And Will Slaney's art is gorgeous. It's a great book, and the new costume is really cool. He's got some different powers in that one that Peter built him. Sam Wilson, Captain America, 3 issues in, and they go straight back to a fucking classic. Beware Cap Wolf. Sam Wilson has already been turned into a werewolf Captain America. This book is fucking fantastic. Let's see. Extraordinary X-Men. Humberto Ramos' art is awesome. I'm not really sure how much I like the storyline yet, but the artwork is just pretty as hell, and seeing Magic running around with Colossus kicking people's ass is fun. In that issue, they finally revealed to you where Xtopia is, the new hidden base of the X-Men. Uncanny Inhumans, still the prettiest book in the world because of McNiven's artwork, and they're doing some crazy stuff, and it's fun to see basically King the Conqueror going back in time and trying to take out the Inhumans by killing far distant relatives in the past. Fighting a time traveler is a bitch. Radioactive Spider-Gwen just keeps being awesome because it's fucking Spider-Gwen. The first issue of Web Warriors came out. Really cool artwork. Really fun storyline. Basically, all the Web Warriors that were left over are living on Earth, or some of them are living on Earth 001 and using the web that connected the inheritors that they used to run around and kill all the Peter Parkers. They're using that web to now go around and protect the worlds that don't have a Spider-Man anymore. So this is a book where they can basically do anything. So I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with this one, and the artwork is really good. And then we got the all different Avengers #1, because they're just all new and all different every 6 months now. But you got Mark Waid writing it, and one of the Kubert boys on art. It's fantastic. And it's a really good start for the team. And the spot where Miles Morales gets chucked out of a building, Tony Stark flying by in his car catches him and says, "Hey, look, it's trademark infringement, boy." For that alone, it's worth getting the book. Mark Waid is great, and he builds team books very, very well. Other than that, yeah, Mockingjay was good. It had a very standard young adult ending, which you see coming about a half an hour before it happens, but it was a good wrap-up to a series of films. They did a really good job too. There's no scene where you can't tell what's his face that died. There's no scene where he looks CGI. So
I think they cut out a lot of his stuff in order to get away from that.
He drops out, and there's a part in the movie where a letter is delivered from him instead of him actually saying something to the character, and I think that was the sequence that they had to just completely get rid of. But other than that, yeah, there's nothing. There's no bad CGI mask over of a character or anything. So they did real well handling that. But it was a good end to a movie. And then yeah, PS4, just PS4. I love it. Oh yeah, I started watching Powers because I had to pay for the goddamn PlayStation Network so I can play the FPS online. Because they make you you can't play the online multiplayer mode for free anymore. Fuck you, Sony.
Haha.
That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite things about Battlefield. You could play the multiplayer for free. You didn't have to have the PlayStation Network Plus. But since I've got PlayStation Network Plus right now, I'm going to watch all the first season of Powers, and then I'll decide if I'm going to keep it or not.
Haha.
But you can need to still play with me on there.
Ha.
Yeah, but it's
Don't-
another
don't
$10 a month,
abandon Willie.
motherfucker. $10 a month for everything keeps adding up.
Well, I told you, I'm going to find you some deals.
Yeah, we're
Don't
gonna find
abandon
some
Willie.
cheap deals on a year's supply of PlayStation Network.
Maybe $40 for a year, maybe $35. Not sure.
Well, so Naki, what have you been getting into? You're the last up this week on that.
I've been playing the shit out of some Undertale. This game is an emotional roller coaster, and it's amazing, and it's really good, and I highly recommend it for anybody. Other than that, I've obviously been watching Jessica Jones. I've been rereading some Wizarding with Harry Dresden because I felt like it, and I enjoy Harry Dresden. And working out. I've lost another pound. I'm about a pound a week average right now. I'm losing.
Nice.
So
Yay, Naki!
going on that front. Went to the doctor, and the vampire stuck eight vials of blood from me. But on the plus side, I got my flu shot and my tetanus booster shot, which came with the whooping cough booster shot because I work with children, and these parents don't believe in vaccinations, and it's terrifying.
Because they're idiots.
Because they're idiots. And, yeah, I'm super exciting. Boyfriend has been sick, so this week I got to see him for the first time in 3 weeks, which was super exciting. We watched The Flash and Arrow. And Arrow this week sucked balls. I don't care what anybody says.
I liked it.
They phoned
too.
in this week so bad. Like, all of the makeup was awful. Like, I'm sitting there watching it, and the scene where they're at the ball, Laurel looks like she's sick. I'm like, we're sitting there, we're looking at it, and Boyfriend and I are staring at it, and we're like, what's wrong
Well,
with
see,
Laurel?
here's why I didn't notice, because I don't pay attention when she's on
But
screen.
no,
Because I hate her.
I knew that was Chris's answer.
But it got worse later on with Dig's wife. Dig's wife looked so sick, and I'm like sitting there like, what happened? And then like they did all this hand cam, like shaky cam shit, and I was like, did they just honed it in this week? And then the whole
No, they did it differently, because James Bamford was first-time director doing this, who does all the fight scenes and stuff normally, so he was directing this week's and made a point of trying to do fight scenes differently than normal.
see, to me it looked terrible. But then like all the story was like so campy. I like this week it was just okay. So with the big reveal, like was
That they
obvious.
gave away in the preview.
I didn't even see the preview. I just thought it was fucking obvious
Yeah.
as shit. I was just like, yeah, that's gonna be, and there it is. We called that. And no, we don't watch the previews because we watch it on Hulu, so I don't get to see the previews.
Yep.
And then there, like, the big reveal was really obvious, and then Oliver with his it was just so campy and stupid. I hated this week so much. I think I'm just hate watching this show now. I think I am. I'm so over it at this point. The reason why I keep watching is because I really want Constantine to come back and just take over the show and it be called Constantine. Like
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know,
Matt
but I want
Ryan
Constantine.
isn't pretty enough for a show on the CW.
That's harsh. Man.
I
Okay,
noticed
he's a
she
good-looking
didn't
guy,
deny
but
it.
he's not pretty.
See, I think, like, Stephen Amell, as a person, I enjoy him. I really enjoy his Facebook posts. I enjoy all of his charity work and all of that stuff. But I can't see myself wanting to sleep with him. Whereas Matt Ryan, on the other hand, right there is like, I want to get drunk and have sex with him.
That's just his accent.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm accented, normally. I don't hear because it's too hard to understand. But I don't know. It's just there's something about him that's like, okay, if I got drunk and had sex with you, it would be a good time. Hi, Max. This is a good time for you to pop in. How you doing? Hi,
You
doggy.
get drunk and have sex with him?
No, it's
No.
my dog.
Wow.
Well, that's
Oh.
why it felt awkward. I was trying to figure it out.
Boo!
Chris,
Oh,
no,
shut your
Chris.
mouths.
Shame.
But
Yeah, more
Shame.
shame for Chris.
I mean, I'm not saying I cheat on. I would never cheat on boyfriend. I'm an anti-cheater person. I'm just saying, if I was single, and I ran into both Stephen Amell and Matt Ryan in a bar,
Oh no.
I would be more
Is
interested
this the
in Matt
setup
Ryan.
for a joke?
No, I'm just saying I'd be way more interested in Matt Ryan than I would be in Stephen Amell.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's allowed to have their specific tastes.
He's far
Yep.
more.
The
He's
list
just
smoke.
see out of the girls, I would be into Thea.
Really? I mean, she's cute, but
She kicks
no.
some ass.
Emily Bette Richards. Oh, she's the hottest chick on that show. She's the hottest chick in DCTV.
You just like her because she's a nerd in the show.
That doesn't hurt. She's also funny as hell on her Facebook posts and stuff too. She's got a good sense of humor.
Someone's got a crush.
Damn right.
Isn't she with Colton Hayes?
That's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing. Is no, it's not a rumor. They're dating. Like if
Oh,
you
are
see
they?
their Instagram, they are dating. Yeah. She on the show she's sleeping with Arrow, and in real life she's sleeping with Speedy.
Well, and side note, they already announced that Roy's coming back for at least one episode. I think episode 12, Roy will be back for.
I
Just
like
saying.
that kid on that show. He does a lot, but he's done good increasing his acting skills since Teen Wolf.
Fair enough.
So in the chat room, we were talking about games, and I told them to ask Chris how good I am at games because Chris and I used to play Borderlands together, and I was known for shooting something so much that I would fall off a cliff, and then he'd laugh at me a lot.
Or then she would make me play with her, and I'd be severely underleveled for it, and she would just run through. I'm like, hold on, Naki, I'm dying. Well, I'll catch up with you later, though. I'm like, no!
I am the best at games, is what I'm saying.
I'm like 20 levels
Naki is
behind
not a
you,
team
and you abandoned me.
What I'm saying is that I'm the best at games.
Yeah. That's the truth. But we should start wrapping things up real quick, though.
we should go play Gears of War together, Chris. Let's go play Gears.
I don't have Gears right now.
It's free.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, on Xbox 360 is.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to plug in my 360 again.
Oh. Oh, well, I'll just bug you on Xbox One when I go over to Boyfriend's later.
Actually, it might be on Xbox.
Ooh,
I think it's
see,
backwards
Xbox-
compatible on
Xbox
one.
News makes me tired. Yawning
Ooh.
over here.
Yeah, we talked about an Xbox for 30 seconds where you guys talked
Yep.
about DC movies I don't care about for like 10. I got a nice nap. And if you want to hear more of our hilarious hijinks, go check out the rest of the show at atgnpodcast.com. And if you want to chime in on just how much DC Comics movies bore you, send us some tweets to @ATGNpodcast or give us a message on Facebook at facebook.com/allthingsgoodandnerdy. But even better, if you want to express your hate for those movies even more, send us an email to atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com. And no, I really don't hate these that much. I'm just piling on right now because it's fun.
Or we could talk about more Boob Chub.
And if you want to tell us about
vote.
Boob Chub, give us a call on the ATGN hotline. That's at 304-806-BOOB. I mean 806-ATGN.
We are no longer
Yub some boob chub.
we are no longer ATGN. We are Boob Talk.
Boob Talk. I'm sure that name is already taken. Don't forget that we stream live every Sunday, and we do it live so you get these random asides about things like Boob Chub and other things. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of Alpha Geek Radio and Alpha Geek Video, or even better, go to geeks.live and you can watch us there also. It's all part of our ongoing quest to be everywhere on the internet so we can be consumed by you. So as we get out of here...
like a virus.
That's right.
Consume me. Consume me.
As we're getting out of here, anyone have any last thoughts for us?
Boob Chub, robot penis.
Boob Chub, robot penis.
Flash is the best thing on TV.
Yep.
Billy, what do you got for us?
The Battlefront.
Battlefront. Is anyone else really shocked that Battlefront was it? Well, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks so much to everyone that tuned in live and downloads at a later date. Bye. Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over to our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us, atgnpodcast@GonnaGeek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGNPodcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at Incompetech.com. All right, we're getting out of here then. Thanks everyone who tuned in live.
Boob Chub.
Boob Chub. Bye, Boob Chubs.
Boobs, 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 boobs.
Yep, dubbed the Boob Chub.
Boobs, boobs. Boobs, boobs, boobs. Waiting for that stupid live thing to go away.
Chris,
I'll
I'm
wait.
waiting to see how many times we're going to say Boob Chub before he turns it off.
I want to counter. I want to counter the boob chub counter.